We're at Autodrom Grobnik for the NASCAR Grand Prix of Croatia. Round 8 of the EuroNASCAR Pro Division is coming up very shortly. Wonderful circuit, great backdrop with the mountains, and great to see the fans are able to join us this year for our second ever visit to this circuit. Well, what happened in yesterday's race? Look here at the yellow car of Mark Werrell. At the start, he was door handle to door handle with Loris Hazeemans. He should have gone over the grid hatchings further away, so he was deemed to be out of position at the start. He did pick up the lead of the race. Loris Hazeemans tucking himself through into second position. The battle between the pair of them would continue all race, but there were always question marks over the position of the number 54 car at the start. Loris Hazeemans, it didn't stop him having several attempts to try and take the lead of the race on the road, whilst in third place, Vittorio Garelli in the number 50 Hendricks Ford was being kept busy by his teammate, that being Giorgio Maggi. And Jacques Villeneuve was having a great fight with the former champions, Luca Leclerc, and the number 88 Monster Energy back car of Alan Day, who would eventually squeeze his way through and past the double former champion Luca Leclerc and start to mount a challenge on Jacques Villeneuve. Vittorio Garelli had settled into third position, but was still not that far up the road from his Hendricks teammate, which was Giorgio Maggi. Whilst another Hendricks car, that of the second place car of Loris Hazeemans, was desperate to try and unlock the door to the lead of the race. He'd try a few things to try and get past Mark Werrell, but with Mark Werrell driving as wide a forward as possible, the former champion just could not muster his way through into the lead of the race. And all of that squabbling between the pair of them was now allowing Vittorio Garelli and Jacques Villeneuve, who has now up into fourth position, to begin to close in and make it 4 cars for the lead of the race. But Mark Werrell would hang on to the overall race lead. However, he was deemed to be out of position at the start, so he might have taken the checkered flag in first position, but a time penalty would see him drop to 10th. Hazeemans ultimately claimed the win from Garelli and Villeneuve, who completed the podium. So delight for Loris Hazeemans, the championship leader. His 11th career win in EuroNASCAR Pro. He continues to lead the championship heading into the second race of the weekend. 2 championships, 4 races over the weekend. EuroNASCAR Pro coming up for the pro drivers, and the young and the amateur drivers sit in EuroNASCAR 2. And around this wonderful circuit, big smiles all round as the drivers prepare for their second race of the weekend. It's a twisty circuit, not easy to overtake, 4.2 kilometres, 2.6 miles around Autodrom Grobnik. And for the drivers, it again will be a 17-lap race that will decide round 8 of the EuroNASCAR Pro Championship. The grid itself is formed based on the fastest lap times that were set in yesterday's race, and therefore pole position goes the way of Loris Hazeemans once more. The number 7 Ford is on pole.
Definitely very happy with the results. I think it's pole position number 5 or 6 of the season, so really happy with how it's going. Had a good race yesterday. We were really good on pace. We tweaked the car a little bit more, so I think we can actually be faster today. But let's see, it's racing. Things are always changing, so we just try to make the best out of it.
So the cars are on the grid, the fans just soaking up the last little bit of atmosphere and getting some final autographs, and then we'll get round 8 of the championship underway here at Autodrom Grobnik under what are cloudy skies but warm ambient temperatures. The grid then, Loris Hazeemans and Mark Werrell on the front row of the grid, Alan Day and Vittorio Garelli row 2, and Giorgio Maggi and Jacques Villeneuve on row number 3. Look at the gap between the pair of lines of cars today, very different to yesterday. So Werrell, I think, has learnt from his mistake from yesterday. Buckle up, we go green for the final time this weekend. Loris Hazeemans tries to hang on to the lead of the race. Werrell's braving it out around the outside, but then needs to close the door on Alan Day, and I think he's managed to do so. So Hazeemans leads, Mark Werrell in second place, Alan Day in third, and Jacques Villeneuve almost looking to try and sneak up the inside of Vittorio Garelli there, but Garelli hangs on to fourth place. The former Formula 1 world champion in 5th place. Luca Leclerc is there in 6th place, and 7th at the moment. Looks as though it's the Solaris Motorsport car of Francesco Cini that's there in 7th position, but everybody is safely through the first few corners at round 8 of this championship. Loris Hazeemans, the championship leader, out front and leading the race. He claimed his 11th career win yesterday with the amended result. Werrell took the checkered flag first, but as we say, was deemed to have been out of position at the start, so Mark Werrell would be desperate to try and correct the tables. Nose to tail they head over the start-finish line. Mark Werrell pushing Loris Hazeemans. Vittorio Garelli under pressure from Jacques Villeneuve, who dives at the inside, was so late on the break there, Jacques, and I think managed to squeeze his way through as now Werrell looks for the lead of the race and sweeps his way around the outside of Loris Hazeemans. Alan Day is trying to follow suit as well at the wheel of the number 88 Monster Energy back car, but it is Werrell that leads. Alan Day going wheel to wheel with Loris Hazeemans, And who is going to come out in second place? Urquhart leads. Hazeman's almost sideways coming out the corner, the tail end of the Ford, on the very edge of adhesion. The Hoosier tyres having to work overtime here, and he's still sideways through the next corner. Alan Day eventually squeezes his way through, and now off the road and through the gravel is going Loris Hazeman's. That is going to drop him all the way down through the order. Through goes Jacques Villeneuve, through goes Luca Lasserre, through goes then the car of Vittorio Garelli. Looks as though Francisco Cini has made it through, and Mark Goossens and Giorgio Maggi have all made it through as well. So Hazeman's has now got huge amounts of work to do to try and work his way back up through the order. Now this is a great fight going on for the final podium spot at the moment. We saw Jacques Villeneuve on the podium yesterday, but Luca Lasserre was trying to get the overlap there. The number 64 Speedhouse car couldn't quite muster it. So Villeneuve hanging on to third for the moment. As over the start-finish line go the leading pair. Villeneuve, they're in third place. Lasserre in fourth place, but coming under pressure from the car that sits behind us. We go on board with Loris Hazeman's, trying to work his way back through the order. He's just about to pick off Francisco Cini here, I think. Yeah, through goes the Hendricks Ford ahead of the Solaris Chevy. Now Hazeman's has got the bit between his teeth here. Gianmarco Urquhart looking to try and claim a victory if he can. Alan Day, who's had a bit of a rotten 2021 season, really. Always has a good first race, but the car has sort of let him down in the second race. But he is here looking for the lead of the race, the 3 times former champion. Gianmarco Urquhart out front and continually leading the race. We also need to keep an eye on the progress of Loris Hazeman's, because he's definitely got the bit between his teeth at the wheel of the number 7 Hendricks Ford. So through the sweeping right-hander, they'll work their way. Where is Loris Hazeman's? Well, he is now not far off the coattails of Vittorio Garelli, actually, so he's in 6th position and has managed to almost catch back up again with Jacques Villeneuve, Luca Lasserre and Vittorio Garelli, so keep an eye towards that number 7 Hendricks Ford. For the lead of the race, is Alan Day going to try something here? No, not quite. So the Cal Racing teammates still absolutely together. Urquhart out front and leading in the Ford. The Chevy of Alan Day in 2nd position. Jacques Villeneuve sitting there in 3rd place, just that little bit further adrift, with Luca Lasserre, Vittorio Garelli and the ever-closing car now of Loris Hazeman's starting to close his way back in. This has been a good recovery drive so far from Hazeman's. It's not quite a pop onto terms with the trio of cars that lie ahead of him, but he's not that far off, really. So Urquhart still continuing to lead. He soaked up the pressure from Hazeman's yesterday, but victory eluded him ultimately with that time penalty. Well, he's having to soak up the pressure from Alan Day here today, and is now getting caught as well. Alan Day getting caught by Jacques Villeneuve as they start to slow each other up. Luca Lasserre, Vittorio Garelli, and now fully on the coattails to make it 6th for the lead of the race is Loris Hazeman's. So they weave their way through the right-hander. That is going to be to build the speeds up around the faster sections of the circuit now, and this could be the opportunity here for Alan Day. No, Gianmarco Urquhart covers it off. Jacques Villeneuve breaks as late as he possibly dare in 3rd place. Luca Lasserre, Vittorio Garelli, and then Loris Hazeman's. And now Jacques Villeneuve looking to try and get the overlap on Alan Day. He squeezes his way through. Through goes Jacques Villeneuve, who's had a great weekend, and Luca Lasserre is going to follow suit as well as a result of Alan Day being briefly delayed there. He had to get off the throttle to avoid the contact and drops from 2nd, not to 3rd, but down to 4th, and will try and re-attack again. But he also needs to now watch out, because he might lose a further place as Vittorio Garelli goes through. Alan Day was 2nd a corner ago. He's now down into 5th position, and he's got the recovering car of Loris Hazeman's right behind him at this stage. Wonderful stuff. Pure racing from the EuroNASCAR Pro drivers as we jump on board the number 7 Ford in the hands of Loris Hazeman's at the tail end of the train. Hazeman's up the inside of Alan Day. He's going to get squeezed, or is he? They head through the left-hander absolutely together. Alan Day still to drive us right, but Hazeman's has the inside line for the next of the corners and takes the place away. So Loris Hazeman's now back ahead of Alan Day, and now looking to close in on the next of the cars, which is Luca Lasserre at the wheel of the number 64 Speedhouse car, who is side by side with Jacques Villeneuve. Wonderful stuff. Great racing at the sharp end of the EuroNASCAR Pro division, and Gianmarco Urquhart has just enough of a breather between himself and the cars that are queuing up behind at this stage. So Urquhart leads, Jacques Villeneuve in 2nd place, Luca Lasserre there in 3rd position, Vittorio Garelli in 4th, Loris Hazeman's there in 5th position, and Alan Day has now dropped away from the lead quintet of cars as he is there in 6th position. Slight mistake from Jacques Villeneuve midway through that corner, which allows Luca Leclerc to close right the way onto the bumper of the former Champ Car champion. And is Luca Leclerc going to try something here? He's in a podium spot already. If he tries it and it doesn't work, then Werrell and Hazemans are poised and ready to pounce. He's closing, looking for the inside line as they head up towards the corner. Is he going to squeeze his way through? No, there's contact between Luca Leclerc and Jacques Villeneuve. Villeneuve gets turned around and in towards the gravel, I'm afraid to say. Damage to the front corner of his car, and so he's going nowhere. Luca Leclerc continues, but through now, and ahead of him has gone Loris Hazemans and Vittorio Werrell, so it really didn't work for Luca Leclerc. Urkeley leads whilst all of this has been going on. Vittorio Werrell up into 2nd position, and Loris Hazemans is 3rd at the moment, with Luca Leclerc sitting there in 4th place. But Mark Werrell looks as though he has just about done enough here to come through and claim a victory. That will be his 3rd career win in the EuroNASCAR Pro Division. Loris Hazemans will finish in 2nd place, and it will be Alan Day that gets promoted to 3rd position because Luca Leclerc was giving a penalty for avoidable contact, as was Vittorio Werrell as well. So Mark Werrell claims the win. Loris Hazemans leads the championship by a comfortable margin now from Vittorio Werrell. Mark Werrell claims the win that eluded him yesterday. Let's hear from the race winner.
For me, the best goal was the 1st and 2nd for the car racing, but the races are very difficult, and so I win, Alan, no, but fantastic job. I am very happy, and now I'm waiting only for the other race.
The smile on the face of Mark Werrell tells you everything you need to know. He's the overall race winner, but for those drivers that are under 26 years of age in the Junior Trophy, he also claimed the win in that. In the Challenger Trophy, once more, Fabrizio Ametta was the winner. Well, that's all from Croatia. Join us next time out for the NASCAR Grand Prix of Belgium in Zolder. Goodbye.